Have you ever wanted to be able to just draw your tiles by just painting in where you want it to be without having to go over here, click on the tile, and then click back where you want to place the tile? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. So all you have to do is first get your tile set, PNG file, your sprite sheet, and import it into Unity. And make sure that your settings say multiple, tight, and then set the pixels per unit. Yours might be different, mine's 16. Um, and then open up your sprite editor. What I like to do is go ahead and click on grid by cell size here, usually set it to automatic, and then I usually click on slice and then hit apply. Make sure that it says point no filter here, and then also it says no compression here. That will make sure that your sprites are nice and crispy. Okay, now that we have our sprite sheet, all we have to do is go ahead and right click, uh, or actually we have to open up the tile palette. So to go do that, go to Window, 2D, Tile Palette. I already have mine open over here. And then you're going to click on Create New Tile Palette. I'm just going to call mine New Palette for now. And then select the folder that you want the assets to be generated in. And I'm just going to select Grass Blue. Then all you have to do is drag in your sprites here. It's going to ask you for the folder again. And it's going to select, I'm just going to click select folder, and it will generate a bunch of assets in that folder. I already did that, so I'm going to not do that again. And I'm also going to delete these really quick because I've already done this part. So you should have a tile palette here that you can select. So I'm going to select grass blue. Now we create a rule to tell Unity where a where a tile will be whenever you place it down on the map. So to do that, we'll create a rule set. Go to create 2D tiles rule tile. And then you can go ahead and drag that into your tile palette over here. And it will be invisible for right now, but we will change that because we haven't set a default image to it yet. So I'm going to go and click on it, click inspector, and then drag in a sprite. So make sure that you're opening up the PNG sprite sheet and then dragging in the sprite over to this. Now when you go to the tile palette, you should see that it has a blue tile for the default tile that you are about to place. Now let's go ahead and click on that, and we're going to draw a little area over here. So right now, this is all that it knows how to do, but we're going to create some rules to tell it where the corners are. And to do that, we'll go back to the rule tile and add a couple rules. So I have a cheat sheet for the basic rules. The first one is having something below it, to the left, to the right, and nothing on top, which is the basic first thing that you will place, basically. So that looks like this. You're just clicking on it, and then you right click for putting nothing. And that one will be the top piece. Then the next one is going to be an all around, this just means for anything that is like in open space. So what I do for that is make it also this. And you can see that now it's actually placing some of the pieces in the scene. That's coming from this rule right here. So we just keep adding these rules and referencing our little cheat sheet. You can add all of these. I have 14, but that's because I have a 3x3 here and a 2x2 here for my sprite sheet. You might have more, you might have less. You probably will have either more or equal to this amount of tiles for your sprite sheet. The only ones I had trouble with finding like information about it online was the bottom ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down, and you can take screenshots of this. So go ahead and take a screenshot if you want to. Now I'm just gonna scroll down, and these bottom ones were the ones that I couldn't find that much information about online. Basically, if you have a inverse corner, you want to make sure that everything around it is another block except for the one in the corner. So just think about it, the transparent part is the one that has nothing on it. Transparent part has nothing on it. Everything else has something on it. What that means is, so let me open up or over here. So that means, for example, for this tile right here, this one is this one right here. For this corner, you can see that there is a tile right here. There is a tile right here. Tile right here, 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 and here. Which means that this corner is surrounded by tiles, except for this little corner piece over here, which is exactly what this little diagram or configuration is saying. And that's how you configure these nodes. Cool, and now that you've done that, you can go to your tile palette, make sure that you select the rule that you have created, and then you can just start painting. Pretty cool. And it will automatically know what to do. Now, if you want and you have a more complicated tile set and you need more configuration, you can go ahead and click on this extend neighbor. That will set it up to be a 5x5 instead of a 3x3. I had to do this, for example, for my cliffs. So I created a tile set for my cliff edge sides, and I needed to be able to configure this over here to know about this block, this block, this block, this block, and this block, which is more than 3. So I had to do a 3x4. To do that, I clicked on this extend neighbor thing to be able to configure it. And that's what this looks like. You can even extend it further than a 5x5, but I would recommend trying to keep it as simple as possible, especially when you're first starting out. This one has 24, which is more than what you should have. You should probably have like 14 or 16. Okay, well that's all I wanted to show you. I will be making videos on YouTube and TikTok, so please go and check out either place, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos. It's free and really helps me out, so appreciate it. Have a good day.